Hi, John Morgan here with Bob's Market and Greenhouses, and welcome to this week's episode of Bob's Market Live, our weekly show right here on the internet. To get things started off today, let's take a look at what's happening at Bob's, and to be more specific, what's happening in the greenhouse right now. It is just beautiful out there. We have stuff blooming all over the place, and I know you guys want to see that because the weather outside hasn't been too spring-like lately. So I actually went out and just finished recording this video a little bit ago, so it's literally like right hot off the press. So let's take a look at what's happening in the greenhouse. So that's what's happening right now. And if you want to see this here in a few weeks, that kind of brings me to our announcement, which is the Spring Color Tour. It's going to be Saturday, April 27th at 3 p.m. right here at our headquarters in Mason, West Virginia. Actually, it's going to be in the big red building, well, next door. So it's going to be at 3 p.m. We're going to meet in the red building, have a presentation, some snacks, some door prizes, and then we're going to head out into the greenhouse for the tour. And we do have some more information available now, so you can go over to our blog at bobsmarketblog.com and find all the information on the tour. And we also have a Facebook event page set up for it. So if you're on Facebook and you're planning on attending, go to the Facebook event page and check off you know that you're coming. That'll help give us an idea and plan ahead. And this week, for our gardening hints and tips, if you get the newsletter, you would have seen that we're talking about Easter lilies because, of course, Easter is this Sunday. So this week, what I wanted to do was share a video. It's actually kind of an older video. I did it last year. But it talks about some Easter lily care tips. So let's take a look at this and find out how you can care for an Easter lily and even plant it to enjoy for many years to come. Hi, John Morgan here with Bob's Market and Greenhouses. And today I'm going to share with you some tips for caring for your Easter lilies. When you get your Easter lily home, put it in a spot that has bright but indirect sunlight. Also avoid drafts or any sort of heat that might dry it out. And Easter lilies prefer temperatures between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. They're a cool weather plant. Easter lilies also prefer moist but well-drained soil. So a great hint for prolonging your plant when you get it home is to remove the foil pot cover. And once you do that, only water it whenever the top of the soil becomes dry to the touch. When new blooms begin to open on your Easter lilies, I recommend removing the yellow anthers that have pollen on them. That will help prolong the blooms on the plant. We've done that to these that are already open. Once your Easter lily's blooms start to fade, don't throw it out. You can actually plant it outside and enjoy it for years to come. When it comes time to plant your Easter lily outside, select a site with sunny, well-drained soil, and I recommend using a fertilizer like Jack's Classic Coat. It's a time-release fertilizer that will help feed your lily all season long. In the fall, once the plant dies back to ground level, go ahead and cut it off and cover it over with a layer of mulch to help protect it during the winter. For this and other great information, visit us online at bulbsmarket.com. So those are some great care tips for taking care of your Easter lilies. And if you're interested in purchasing an Easter lily, we have them available right now for $7.99. So let's take a look now at the gardener's weather forecast, which right now, you know, it's been kind of cold and you might not want to be out in the garden, but there are plenty of tasks that you can be doing this time of year in the garden. And we spoke about some of those last week. So let's take a look at the forecast. This weekend, it may not seem like it, but spring is here. And the Easter forecast, it looks good except for some rain on Sunday. And we'll probably have one last shot at some winter weather on Monday. But from there, it looks like temperatures are going to go ahead and start to warm back up finally. So Sunday, we're looking at around a 60% chance of rain, but a high up around 60. And there's going to be a chance for, you know, a rumble of thunder. And once we get past Monday, moving into next week, the temperatures are going to continue to climb each day. So Tuesday, we're looking at a high in the mid-40s. Wednesday, up around 50. And by Thursday, we're going to be pushing 60. So, you know, finally, winter is over. So let's take a look at the Easter Sunday forecast. For our area, it's going to be pretty unsettled. Like I said, we're going to be looking at rain showers and even a chance for a rumble of thunder. And then we've got that cold air mass just pushing down out of the north, and it's going to move through the area Sunday evening into Monday. And if we take a look at the extended forecast as far as temperatures go, you can see that first dip there in the Monday, Tuesday, you know, April 1st and 2nd time frame. But after that, we are going up. I mean, it is going to warm up and just be beautiful toward the end of next week. And then the week after next, we're going to be back up around 70 degrees. It's going to be just beautiful. So, now that you're going to be outside some in the next few weeks, let's take a look at the allergy forecast, because right now we are just getting into the start of allergy season. And on our scale right now, it's actually up kind of high. Now, it might not be affecting a lot of people, but if you're allergic to tree pollen, it's definitely going to be having an effect on you. The main pollen concerns that we have right now are the early blooming trees like maple, poplar, cedar, juniper. Those are kind of the main culprits for allergy symptoms right now. And, you know, toward the end of next month, going into May, we'll start to worry more about grass pollen and those types of things that affect a lot more people. Most people, you know, aren't affected by tree pollen if they have allergies. I am to some extent, mostly grass pollen for me. So let's take a look now at the Gardener's Almanac. And actually, right now, we're kind of in a barren period. The 29th and 30th, it's excellent for planting root crops, but not too great for above ground crops. And you know, since this is based off the moon, it even goes for starting seeds indoors. And March 31st and April 1st, that's going to be a barren time. So Easter Sunday and Monday, it's going to be barren. So you don't want to do any planting during that time. It's actually a great time though to get out and cut brush and do things like that. And then the 2nd and the 4th, 2nd through the 4th, that's going to be more of a favorable time for above ground crops. So if you're planning on starting seeds indoors, now's the time to start to get started doing that. In fact, next week we're going to be talking about starting seeds indoors. And well, that finishes up this week's episode of Bulbs Market Live. So check us out next week right here at the same spot at 4 p.m.